Hi, I'm Lisa,
And I'm Lauren.
and this is Flock Call Friday.
So today we're going to talk about how we treat Bumblefoot and
What Bumblefoot is, and just basically the treatment that we use, and we have found that we've had success with. So, the definition of Bumblefoot, it's mainly a staph infection, and Bumblefoot happens.
yeah, it really starts from a cut or, a bacteria entering a cut on the bottom of the foot or the top of the foot. It just depends. So anyhow,
Well, let's back up by saying when you do find that your bird has Bumblefoot, and people Google it or look at various chicken sites, the one recommendation is an invasive home surgery, and we choose not to do that. We have done that. It hadn't really worked.
it's not really necessary.
It's painful for the bird. We're not veterinarians, so to perform a surgery at home, it's very uncomfortable, and most people don't feel comfortable with it. So we're going to explain to you how we treat it, very non-invasive, and we've had great success.
And Buttercup is going to be an example.
Buttercup.
I treated one.
I always want to call her Butterscotch.
Well, we have a couple butters, so we have Buttercup, Butterscotch. So
I like the butter.
we do. So I treated one of her feet, and I treated the other one a week later, just to show you how it comes off with the blue coat. Helps. So, first you can start with an Epsom salt and soak the foot, dry it out, clean it, warm water, yes. And then we put blue coat on there, which is a germicide, fungicide, which is really what it is.
Right. So Bumblefoot, it basically, if you boil it down, it's a yeast infection. It is like athlete's foot. So
Yes.
the fungicide, the blue coat, is one of the best fungicides that we have found in treating it. So without doing the surgery, what did you do? Did you soak her then spray her?
Well, yeah, you soak the foot, clean it, and then I spray it with the blue coat. And you can do it up to 1 to 2 times a day. I do it every day till, you can see it. It'll lift out kind of like a mushroom. You can see it dry out. If the foot is really swollen and it looks like there's pus in there,
Or they're limping?
then, you should probably try to help get some of that out before.
Right. The other part of, if it's to the point where they are limping, if you haven't caught it, a round of antibiotics is usually in order, and that's when you need to see your vet. But if you're treating it with the blue coat before it gets real bad, shouldn't have to use the antibiotics.
Right. So after you can use the Vetricin is always, it's great for everything.
We love Vetricin. We always
Everything.
say that. We love the product.
So once it comes to a head and you can see where it's all right, it looks like I can pull it out of there. Go ahead and pull it out. Clean it real good. You can wash it again, soak it in Epsom salt, and then spray it again with the blue coat, because then you're killing the root and what's down inside of the hole. Or some of them don't.
Crater.
Right, because there will be a hole.
Usual.
There's been times where, with my bigger breeds like Penny, my Moran, she, when I pulled her Bumblefoot out, it did bleed. So with Buttercup, it just kind of peeled off like a scab, and we'll show you in a minute on her foot.
You want me to hold her while you
Well, we'll show in a second.
We'll show in a second. Coming up.
Don't miss it. So after you pull the bumble off, or the scab, you're going to want to clean it again with the warm Epsom salt water and spray it with the blue coat, because it really helps to kill the root and what's still down in there. And then you can wrap it so they don't get dirt or poop in there.
Or blue coat.
Blue coat is messy. It's messy. It's going to get on your hands.
Yeah.
So
Definitely wear clothes you don't mind getting ruined, and rubber gloves is always a good idea, or your hands.
if you're worried about it,
Right. We just walk around with purple fingers, but that's us.
Yeah. All right, so then on the top of the foot.
So the other part of Bumblefoot, we recently had one of our Americana girls at the farm so if my foot was a chicken's foot, or my fingers were a chicken's foot, it was right on the top of her toe. We did consult our farm vet, and his recommendation was to just let it come to a head, and once it did, we could kind of tell that it was ready to come out. Lauren just applied a little bit of pressure, and thing came right out, like popped right out. So, so she basically had a crater, and we cleaned her up, sprayed it with blue coat, and she's really good to go. So, with the top of the foot, again, it will rupture. Just let it rupture. If the blood's
Lucky for
leaking.
you, we have a picture too.
Yeah, and we do have a picture. It's pretty gross because it was, it was sort of an anomaly, but interesting. So if it does happen where it's on the top of the foot, just let it come to a head and pop that sucker out.
Yeah, it just lifts right out. So, we'll show you Buttercup's feet now.
So she had it on both feet, I believe, and Lauren treated the one foot, and the other one is on its way to being treated.
Yes. All right. So this is the first foot I treated. You can see where it was at and how it's nice and pink, and it just kind of lifted off with it like a scab. And then this one I treated about, I don't know, a few days afterwards. Let's see. Let's see if it'll come off of there for you. I know.
Don't like it.
I know. So there's the scab. This is just from the blue coat. That actually looks really good. There's not really a hole there.
Looks great.
Yeah, it does. So I'm not going to pull it off now. I'm going to wash your foot and put some more blue coat on it. Clean her up. But, so there you can see.
So you can see how the blue coat actually attacks, pardon me, the blue coat will actually attack the fungus, the yeast.
Just the bacteria alone, and it'll bring it up, it'll bring it up to the surface and dry it out.
And
that
shrinks
stuff
the corn.
penetrates really deep.
Mm-hmm. It does, and that's really why we like using it, because again, it is effective, it's non-invasive, and it works.
Yeah.
So, there you have it. That's our take on Bumblefoot. Again, we've had great success with using the Vetricin, the Epsom salt, the blue coat.
That's a big part of it.
And another big part is to check your bird's feet regularly. If you catch it early, it's a lot easier to tackle.
Yeah, you'll see it start out, just a little dot. So,
Yep.
that's it.
Thanks for watching.